Good morning. I had a rough night. But my eyes feel like they're about to push out of my head, man. Yeah. Well, good morning, ladies. Good morning. How's everyone this morning? Good morning to all the beautiful ladies. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you, Miss Rainwater. So, guys, he was up and down throughout the middle of the night. I slept with him last night. My wife slept with him the night before, and he was up and down last night, and so he's asleep right now. That's why I'm talking like this. And I think that talking like this is probably a good look for me. Leandra, thank you for popping up right quick. I would like to debunk something that hurt my feelings a lot when someone did it during the Cash Kernan case. It was actually this credit card right here, this same one. I went to get pizzas for Monica Sherrod and her family during the Cash Kernan case, and for whatever reason, I went in there and the reader wouldn't read my card, and I was on live and I got flustered, and so I didn't try to work it out. Anyways, the beautiful Leandra, she decides on a whim, she decides she's going to help. So Leandra, this hurt my feelings when Doug did this, but of course it's just part of it. You know what I mean? But so this was the money for the pizzas came. You can see the name on it. Leandra sent us the money for the pizzas for the Kernan family. So that's that. Doug really just, I think he did like a whole video talking about me being broke and couldn't buy 2 pizzas. And so he didn't buy the pizzas either. Leandra bought the pizzas. So thank you for that, Leandra. Now, he should have never threw that in your face. No, he shouldn't have. But he did. And that's okay. Thank you so much, Doll, for that. Now, unfortunately, last night, yeah, Elaine, he did. He was like, Benny can't even afford 2 pizzas. I can't afford 2 pizzas. Oh, Doug was living in his van at the time. AB does a much better job. You know what? I'm starting to think now that AB isn't really a bad guy. Do we like a lot of the things that anyone says? Look at Leandra. And he didn't even say thank you. I know I did. I don't think that AB is probably such a bad guy. Just outside of the fact that, I may just not like some of the things that he says about me or says about other people. But I think, overall, probably, and I'm not asking you guys to go against anything. I'm not advocating you rush over and follow AB. All I'm simply saying is that I've come to see that Potentially some of the problem between me and AB is me, not just AB. So moving on from that. Last night, guys, I'm here this morning because I didn't watch any of what happened last night. Okay. Yeah. Half of that was your money and he got it. Actually, another person named Jeffrey sent $250 to Doug because he didn't have my Cash App. Jeffrey Salvador. He sent $250 to Doug and left a note with it like Leandra that it was supposed to go to me, and Doug didn't give it to me. So then Jeffrey tried to get his money back and he was unsuccessful. And then, of course, Jeffrey was just like, if I ever see you, and I get it. So last night, I know you guys remember a couple of days back when we were talking about alcoholism and drug abuse, and we were referring to lifting the bottom up for someone, or just in general, just speaking about a bottom or the bottom. So we had the descent last night of Chris last night. I was just floored by seeing this. I just could not imagine. Can you imagine, as a law enforcement official, making a mistake, double, triple, and quadruple down, double downing times 6 or 8? Mr. McDonough doubled down in the worst way last night. Oh my goodness. Like when I woke up with my boy, when he got up one time in the middle of the night and was like, what is this? Oh, no, Chris. I mean, I was just in my mind of minds, I was screaming like Chris M's big brother. And I was like, no. Like I was one of the Goonies, right? Like I was the oldest Goonie hollering for the youngest Goonie, right? I was like the little Asian gentleman there. I was like, Goonies! And he just didn't hear me. And I was just like, oh no. What, like, only on the internet can you do something like what he did last night and think that there's any hope you can come back from that. Oh no.
40 years, 9 months, and 11 days.
Oh no, guys. It's so bad. It is so bad. So, oh man. Guys. I mean, taking this guy out of the equation, he's just a virtual no one. Like so many men on YouTube. It just, how come we can't get the old, I want the script. Some channels now, you will have a script up here. You can hit the script button and it will give you a written text. Anyways, we're going to go through a little bit of this and we're going to watch the decline. First of all, let me double down first. I'd like the chance to double down first. So we know they've doubled down. So Benny, do you want to double down? Yes. Yes, I'd like to double down. I really would like the opportunity to double down. So, wow. we are going to double down then. Okay. So give me just a moment. I mean, everyone here knows about Doug and the 1488 and the, I think this is the way to get Doug to stop his channel. Anytime I share something of his, he always takes it down. Hold on with me, guys. So, oh, that's a classic. I love that. We've got, where the hell is it? I think we're getting close. Let's probably do it this way. Let's do this too. Let's do this real quick. Guilt. Oh, dog it. Guilt by association. Guilt ascribed to someone not because of any evidence, but because of their association with an offender. With an offender, right? Conspiracy. I'm sucking it up this morning on the spelling, guys. Sorry. Conspiracy, a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. It also is essentially two or more people conspiring to make one thing happen. So, well, here it is right here. A conspiracy is a secret argument between two or more people to commit an unlawful or harmful act. That's what a conspiracy is. Now, sorry, my stomach is upset this morning, and I just, I don't know. So, not sure if a lot of you have seen what's transpired over on Doug's channel. So Chris, he wants to double down. He wants to use Doug's table to do it. That's a problem for me. It's a problem for me when you need to be validated publicly for making a mistake with Nomadic Track. And so you use this as the forum in which we're going to pop out on.
Put up 10 grand or the equivalent. Lose 38.
$14.
All right, show the other one.
88.
Exactly. Yeah, 88.
Let's get a little better look at these things. 1, 4. 1, 4. See that other one there, Doug? Oh, we saw the other one. It's 88. So we've got that. Now, last night we had this. Oh man, this is just so irritating. This is so irritating. Let me tell you something about Ernie Shell really quick. I might not like everything Ernie Shell stands for or says, but let me tell you what something Ernie Shell has done. Ernie Shell has actually put his feet on the ground and searched. None of these three have done that. I mean, especially that one. He has done I mean, Doug's done more searching than Chris has. Okay, let's just keep it all the way a buck. Okay, so this is in no way picking on Doug. I would have been doing this morning if this man was anywhere in the world, but he chose to come here. Oh boy, let me pull this up. Actually, guys, last night I fell asleep to studying Indigenous women. I'm actually looking at the Selena Not Too Afraid case. That is a sad case. Yeah, Selena Not Too Afraid. Anyways, so what this is about right here is for anyone that doesn't know. I mean, he's still going. 11 hours ago. Hey, Brian, look behind you. Justice for Gabby, FBI. Oh, by the way, I know who set up a new YouTube channel taking your name and truck picture. You should report that guy. Have love to Plano, Texas. What agency? Yes, I did create a YouTube for Nomadic Track. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Why the hell wouldn't I? It's not against the law. So, it's the law. Oh, he is. Hey, Ghost Ninja, he is tuckered as fuck. He is tuckered out. Yes, so I am nomadic. Let me show you really quick. I left a clue for everyone to find me. Hold on. Nomadic Trek. I purposefully left a crumb. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. This is me. I promise you, it's me. I'm not going to lie to you. It's me. Look right here. You see that? Do you hold on? Do you see that right there? Do you see that? Hold on. Do you see that one right there? First thing Chris has gotten right. But I assure you, Chris didn't get it right. Sassy Scooser got it right and then took it to Chris. There's just no way Chris would have put this together. Anyways, you do have some good teammates on your team there, Chris. Thank you, Chris the Pixel. I'm in trouble now. Oh, I'm in trouble now. So let's look at the dissent. He took office research on Andrew too. Of course he did. Hold on, wait, look. Let me show you something. Hold on. Switch account. Oh, it's not going to show it here. Hold on, wait. Let me show you. Well, Benny, can you prove that you're Nomadic Trek? You fucking right, I can. Bart 1. I did have a COVID test. I'm negative, actually. My 3-year-old son has COVID right now, sir. So I certainly hope that was not any sort of joke, because that just wouldn't be funny, now would it? So we're getting to the double down part. Let me tell you what, it took me like 8 minutes to make all that stuff for Nomadic Track. And I guarantee you it kept busy, it kept Chris and everyone busy for the better part of 2 days, leaving the real investigation alone. So I will be continuing to set snares for Chris to investigate that will take him off of the real case. I did that, right? So wonderful work, Benny. Just wonderful, wonderful puppetry, Benny. Thank you, Bart Wan. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Bart Wan has a channel. He is from Aussie land, I do believe, right, Bart Wan? Oh, I've got like 20 of these shirts, right? Like I buy them by the 10 packs, so I've got a lot of these shirts. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Bart Wan. Yeah, right? So that is me, guys. That's me. It took him a couple of days to figure it out, but I left a bread trail crumb on purpose with this right here. You know, I left another bread trail crumb by my time zone. So yeah. So we're going to listen to the double down here. Now, what's ultimately important to understand is that I struck this gentleman on 2 of his different channels with 2 strikes. So he is just towing the line right now. This guy right here, I gave him a strike as well, and he is very unhappy about it. And then you have this guy here who I am his #1 proponent. So, opponent. So you could with fair certainty say that I arranged this meeting last night. I mean, this guy's just a clout chasing. I almost said a bad word right there. A clout chasing cluck. He's just there for the ride.
So, but I have
Chris is a man of integrity. Draw Latina. You got that right. That guy is full of substance, but we can all agree that feces is substance, right? So he is full of a substance. Absolutely.
I have a strong regards for law enforcement and what you guys.
Doug has a strong regard for law enforcement. Hey guys, Doug has a strong affinity for law enforcement.
Being fear for your family. Come out and do your fucking jobs. So come out right now.
This is how much Doug loves law enforcement.
Talk to you guys, and I'm not going to play games anymore.
But guess what? He's not going to play games here. He's going to come over here and play games with this guy. So, moving forward.
And for you to get to see and have to see what you've witnessed in your career, for anyone to even challenge.
What Chris has seen, let's open up this other one here. What Chris has seen is the inside of a magic police textbook on how to keep offenders free. Woo!
Welcome to the Rick Roberts Show.
On the same day that
Oh boy.
Detective Chris McDonough calls into this radio show to defend his role in the interrogation process.
There is no defending that role. There's 7.2 million reasons why you were wrong. You could never come up with 7.2 million reasons why you were right, sir. Moving forward with last night.
What you're doing, they have never seen what you see. They've never walked even a step in your shoes.
No, because there are good detectives out there whose only job is locking people up. Their only job.
Yeah, it comes to the territory, right? I mean,
Let me ask you another thing. Doesn't Doug always talk in his Chris M voice? Why isn't he doing it now? I don't understand. Is Doug scared of Chris? Or is this just Doug's way of being fake in front of someone's face so that he can turn around and use the lisp against him in the end?
You know, it just comes with the territory.
Yeah, it does. So does herpes come with being a hooker, right?
And quite frankly, you just go, yeah, okay, next, keep moving. And
But let's talk about this real quick. How long did it take you to figure this out? How long did it take you to figure out that this was me? Look, and my shit's getting plays. Look, it's getting numbers. Hoo-ah, hoo-ah.
It's unfortunate because, to your point, right? And with Josh even being here now, that, we're just like the next guy.
No, you're not. I have never put anyone in prison for something that they did not do.
We just, did what we did for our careers. And, what
you absolutely, completely effing destroyed your career and many other careers.
I think folks, I get thrown under the bus a lot because they're like,
fuck, man. Sorry, that's the first one. You have built yourself a permanent home underneath of every single bus in the world.
Well, that guy's retired. Well, no, I'm not. I mean,
Yes, you are. Because if you weren't retired, you'd be fucking fired. That's number 2. You'd be fired last week for the shit you've done. That's 3. Doggone it. It's sneaking up on me.
I'm still working with the Cold Case Foundation.
Oh, God. Not for that much longer.
And I mean, right now I've got 3 murders in Texas. Okay.
Well, why won't you come down here and deal with them? Come down here and deal with them, Chris. I'll help you. I'll help you solve something online.
That I'm working behind the scenes with the agencies.
Well, you ain't working with shit. You don't have an agency working with you. How do we know that? Look at all this shit you've done in the past 3 days. There ain't no agency helping you try to figure this shit out. They're watching you try to fight your way out of a wet paper bag, sir.
And, the fact...
And I mean the thin kind of paper bag that they give you at the liquor store, that if your bottle's wet, the bag's ripped on the bottom before you even make it out of the store with it, right?
That, people don't understand that piece of it. That's cool. I get that. Okay.
Oh, yeah, and Draw Latina, for the $50 super chat, I can show you a whole slew of emails from this Joshua here showing him in a very, very disgusting light towards me for striking his channel, for being very, very nasty. So, yeah, he has a pure heart that is pure coal.
But I just can't understand why all the hate.
Why all the hate? Chris, that's like you throwing rocks at the front side of a house with nothing but windows and saying, why all the broken glass?
I mean, it's one thing to be, I'm not complaining. Trust me. I mean, because it's target practice when all the trolls come in.
Target practice. It's target practice. A troll to Chris is someone that has a differing opinion. Not someone that calls the CPS on him and has the police knocking on the front door. Who he has against him is people with an educated understanding of what he's doing. And he's calling that hate. But guess what? Chris is over here talking about hate. Where? He's talking about hate. Over here where hate is what's on the menu every single day. Hoo-ah. People, hate is on the way every single day on this channel.
Yeah.
The hate is real here. And now Chris is over this same place. Chris is in this spot talking about the hate. Doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
You know, boom, boom. And that's my policy. You know, if you come in to hate on me, I don't care. Goodbye. You know,
What do you do to racist, Chris M? What do you do with racist, Joshua? Because right now you know you're breathing internet air with a racist, right? How do you know, Biddy? How do you know? How do I know? Well, I'm just going to keep, hold on. I'm just going to keep this here on standby. Okay? We'll keep this here on standby.
Yeah.
In case we need to pull this out of the holster again, proverbially. And we'll always have that right here to resort back to. Juanita McMillan, thank you for becoming a member of the hate. Thank you for that, lovely. Hope you put it on auto withdraw.
I had that or on the street. You know, I don't have to take it on a YouTube channel.
Boy, you didn't do shit but mess up on the street. You're going to do whatever we want you to do here. You're our guest, right? You don't run nothing here. We'll have you gone soon enough.
So if anybody's stupid enough to come in and play the game with me, well, they're gone. Just,
sir, we're beating you at the game. Have you ever won a law enforcement field day? I don't believe you've ever even participated in a law enforcement field day.
don't come back. You know,
No,
that's just how
and
I roll.
you know what's great is that and you're such
You know what's funny is that if Doug was still living in his van, it'd be two people living in a receptacle other than a real house moving forward.
in your compassion when you talk about SA and domestic violence and everything you talk about.
Yeah, everything he talks about, he ruins it, right? Right? Yes, sir, he does.
About you're always so passionate, and these people.
He's always so bashed. He's always so bashed. He's always so bashed. He's always so bashed.
This.
He's always
Here, I think the Escondido Police Department acted within the scope of their responsibilities. Absolutely.
No, they did not, because I'll have you know that Chris did not even work for the department where the actual crime happened. He came over from a neighboring department only as a consultant to use the voice stress test analyzer. But what he did was he came over with his tricky little machine and he cost that department $7.2 million with it.
Or just bad people. Anyone who's hating on you just can't have a heart. And at any rate,
Just can't have a heart. Doesn't Doug always talk in his Chris McDonough voice? So look at all the financial backing behind the hate. Oh my.
because not only are you there consoling them and showing them that, listen, you have someone you can talk to, a safe place to talk to, but we're also here for you, right? And if somebody who's protecting the people who did that to somebody.
Lizzie, CM has now said Benny is Brian on that Twitter. Oh, what if it was a Twitter that I made back in 2016 and was like, let me just change the name on this thing real quick. Let me go follow a bunch of people that I wasn't followed to before. KK, Mamacita. Beijo, mommy. Beijo. I am the Twitter account.
They can't get on board with that because they can't get it through their head of why you're doing what you're doing.
No, we absolutely cannot see you rushing into a burning building with the wrong answer. It does not make sense to us. You know, there's a lot of us just hoping that that you go running back in and get trapped, proverbially.
Because they only know bad, they only know evil, and they only want to protect.
No. We only know, in regards to this gentleman here, Doug, we only know this.
Though he wasn't there for the most grueling part of the interrogations, Chris McDonough sees things differently.
I think not being there, so I don't know what they were thinking, Sean.
I'm not hearing the lisp.
I'm not gonna, you know.
I'm guessing that maybe somewhere in his older life, somebody knocked the front 2 teeth out.
Yes.
Before giving the truth verification test, Detective McDonough actually works together with Michael to formulate the questions.
Yeah, that's not what they do. That's not what they do at all. You formulate the questions by yourself based upon what you know you're trying to obtain in the way of truthful statement. But you do not, I repeat, you do not let the person being administered the test to help you construct the answers. This is clearly where it started wrong, guys. This is where it starts. It ended badly. So you have to know right here is where it started badly. It started right off bad with the very first thing Chris did, and that was to allow this boy to help construct his own questions. Hoo-ah? Oh, in the meantime, in between time, what I'd like for you guys to do is go over and check out this channel. I will be watching from the chat tonight. Just Larry is going to be doing a full history into Chris McDonough. He's going to do a full history. So tonight will be very interesting over on the Just Larry channel. So you guys go over there and subscribe to that.
What are some things we want to learn here?
What are some things we want to learn here, do you think? What are some of the things we want to learn here, do you think? Okay. I was about to say, whoa. Okay, moving forward.
The person who may have taken.
Yeah, and you know, Josh, what say you on that one?
What say you, Josh?
Yeah, I've dealt with many different people.
Yeah, we're going to move past Josh because we don't really give a shit what he has to say.
And I have some access to intel assets.
Yeah, it's called open source intelligence, the same that we all have. I assure you that if he had any legitimate law enforcement officers helping him at the current time, he would not be as wronger as he is.
And I lit an analyst up on it. Now, the one thing about folks don't understand is our foundation, you know.
I think you're the only one that doesn't understand what your foundation actually does. We all know.
We have
No, they do not.
assets, okay? Because
Would you brag about having assets after being so wrong every single time? That's like studying for a test that you get a 0 on, but afterwards you argue with the teacher about knowing every answer. Well, then the teacher just quite naturally says, well, then why did you answer them wrong? It's like going to the doctor and saying, doctor, it hurts when I do like this. And the doctor looks at you and says, well, then, patient, just don't do this no more.
we help smaller agencies around the country and even internationally that don't have any, you know, resources.
I assure Case Foundation. That is not. This guy can't even get it right on active cases with a pulse. We're expecting him to get it right behind closed doors when no one's watching the developments of these cases.
And we put resources on it. I mean, if you saw.
No, he does not put resources on it, right? Does it look like there's any resources in any of this? He's just, I mean, holy cow. Let me see. There's when he put money down right here. This is the double down. This is the triple down. This is 4. Yeah, he's quadrupled down. I work with the Plano police, man.
The other night, Francis Bordeaux, who created the touch DNA method. She's the inventor.
Wait, if you ask Arpard Voss over on AV Watchman's channel, he created touch DNA system.
Yeah, it's called the Bordeaux method, right?
No, it's not called the Bordeaux method. It's called the Voss method. What are you talking about? Wait, you don't believe me? Let me show you. Arpad Voss creates a machine called the Inquisitor that does touch DNA. It doesn't work, but it does touch DNA. Hold on. Inquisitor. I know that's not spelled right, but grave detection machine. And it runs off of DNA. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Right. Okay. Well, those are the type of people that we can tap into. Okay. A lot.
When are you going to tap into them, though? Quit telling us you can and just do it.
Right. So I sicked an analyst on it. And I'm not going to tell you who.
He sicked an analyst on him and he was still wrong. So are we just saying that Chris was wrong, or both him and the analyst were wrong? Who's to say?
She is, for obvious reasons.
Right, of course.
But she's a really smart woman, one of 7. Okay. And she goes, we got him. I said, you got to be kidding me. Okay? And are you sure? She says, well, let me show you. And so we matched the phone number, we matched the address, and then we matched the names on the sock account that it was set up.
Guys, isn't this funny? Instead of trying to find anything to do with Brian, this guy, what he's done is he's taken his own minute micro machine investigation and he's taken it on the side. And he's trying to get everyone just to focus on the fact that he's investigating whether or not these 2 sock accounts are Brian Laundrie's or not. Like the answer is going to be in the proof that Chris, the only thing Chris wants is you're right. Those are Brian Laundrie's sock accounts. But now can you take all of your resources? Look here. Benny's going to be so jealous. Oh, yes. Thank you for not coming on my channel and letting me tear you up personally. So the real investigation, guys, is whether or not these 2 accounts are Brian or not. That has nothing to do with helping Gabby, does it? Now, if you had some real legitimate resources, you wouldn't even have to come online and fight this hard to try to figure that out. Right? You would have been able to get your confirmation behind the scenes when they would have been like, yeah, Chris, you're all the way wrong. I mean, because that's what the answer is, right? Anytime Chris tells us something is the way it is, we know automatically off the bat it's the exact opposite. We don't have to question ourselves. Never question yourself when it comes to anything Chris M does. If Chris M tells you something, just know it's the exact opposite every time, and you can take that to the bank.
Wow. Okay. and that's where Andrew,
Right.
Evil Winner or whatever the guy's name is. Okay,
It's hard to say. Yeah.
right. So
Yeah, it's hard to say. Yeah.
that guy is connected to the address with.
This dude is trying to figure out who owns these accounts because he feels he's been thwarted. This right here has nothing to do with the real investigation. And this guy has been stuck here for 5 days. Nothing but love, bro. 5 days he's been stuck here and not actually joined the real investigation. Let me tell you why Chris M is not in the front running of this investigation, because we have a celebrity. Actually, we have Dog the Bounty Hunter. Dog the Bounty Hunter is a convicted murderer. Did 2 years or 3 years at the Beto unit down here in the lovely state of Texas. Again, a crook, an old retired crook, just like me, comes in and takes the case from Chris. Right? Chris thinks he's a celebrity, but he's infamous. Dog actually is a celebrity. So you have Dog here. Dog really has resources, right? Dog's not even active law enforcement, but he's got hot leads, right? How in the hell does Chris have all of these resources, but none of the hot leads that Dog has, and Dog is not even active law enforcement? Explain it. Explain that to me. How Dog, and let me tell you guys, are you aware of who Dog Bounty Hunter's team is? All family. Are any of you aware of all of the trouble that Dog's family has had over the years with arrests and yada yada yada? Like, Dog was caught on the phone talking to his estranged son and being very racist. I mean, very racist. Hoo-ah. So now it's just a battle of celebrityism, right? Guess what? Dog and Chris both need to be able to solve Gabby's case for the same reason, so they can change the history of what they've done. If Dog finds Brian, then all of the things, all of the shortcomings of the Dog will be washed away like sin. Dog will then be America's good guy again. If Chris finds Brian, then what happens is Chris is now reborn, and the Michael Crow thing is rewritten in history, right? That's what happens if Chris ever solves this case. Why is there not any cases online of Chris doing the opposite of what we see him do regularly and do well? We don't ever see any cases of Chris being victorious and really actually celebrating a real judicial win. Never. We just hear him online arguing and bantering with the folks about the mistakes that he made in the past.
Where Brian used to live, in New York. And then from there, that address is connected back to Florida.
Joshua's just down there like double dutch, waiting for his chance to jump in, because he doesn't know where to jump in at, right?
Florida. And the phone numbers match, the other Wiser name, Now, it's one thing to have an address off the internet. It's another thing to have two phone numbers that match the same dude.
That doesn't mean fucking anything, Chris. Guess what, Chris? Now you could create a third account because you know his phone number. You could create yet a third account and put that number on there and corroborate it again. Like he's got 3 accounts. Why didn't you do that first? You're unethical in everything else you do.
Right, okay. Who set up an account in 2016. So I think this was a fallback play for him. Back in the...
Yeah, he's been planning this for that long, Chris. Damn. Holy cow. Hold on, I got to load my gun real quick, y'all. Hold on. I got to load this video back up in case the word hate comes out. Then we've got our We've got our go-to. Part 2.
Day, right? He's just, you know, and if you read his content from 2016 forward,
Hold the phone. This guy is so invested in proving that it makes no never mind to the investigation, right? We are aware of that they are way past this part right here. Like they have regular laymen's like me and you doing this work that all these resources are trying to tackle and they just can't.
at first it was very mellow, you know, I'm you know, eating, you know, kale 24/7, 365, right? And soy, right?
I'm a bunny.
Yeah, that's funny because health, you know, taking care of your health is funny. I bet Chris M's breath smells like pork right now. I bet he just got done eating a double bacon burger with nothing but bacon on it. You can't come speak to a boss like me with pork on your breath.
Exactly.
I'm serious. Don't you laugh at me. You don't come talk to the boss with pork on your breath.
It's like, you know, so if you look at his messaging, right, and a lot of folks have done it before he starts, you know, freaking out and starts deleting.
Oh yeah. What I was going to say is Chris has spent the time to go back 5-6 years and read every single post and read every single comment, thus never spending the time to join the actual front of the investigation. He's in the back trying to prove to a bunch of idiots that what he's doing is right. But it's wrong. The portion that he's chosen to investigate, he's absolutely dead wrong on.
But that's okay, because I have an entire download of every.
And you're not going to be able to interpret that shit at all. Benny, you're busted. So what if I am? What if I am? There's nothing illegal about making a troll account.
Everything on that account
From the very beginning, right? I saw
from
that.
the very beginning. Yep.
He's telling you he's been to the very beginning. Man, when are you going to spend any time on the front of the fucking case?
Long before he did anything. So
How do you even know that? How do you know he hadn't already done something before you think he'd done nothing? This guy, he is just incapable of thinking dynamically.
we knew what time it was, and we knew it was coming quicker.
So that would indicate, obviously, like you said,
Josh, we don't even care what you have to say.
I think throwaway phones and these secondary accounts, because I was thinking the only way that they could be contacting us or each other without us really knowing is like a track phone or a.
Bullshit, Doug. They could be sending smoke signals, dude. They could be flipping message pigeons. They could be writing notes to put underneath the pizzas and deliver them. They could be using lemon juice to write invisible notes that only tap water will reveal.
A prepaid phone that's a throwaway, and using that. They had 3 days
Wait, they could be using MySpace.
to at least figure that out, right? Yeah. Set up accounts. They had whatever, and you could set them up in track phones where you don't have, you know, the IP address that you're actually at. You're at a Walmart at that moment or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, if he's using a
Yeah, because they don't have cameras at Walmart. So Brian would have had to have put on a Chris M mask and went into a Walmart, bought a track phone, stood there and loaded up and made all new social media accounts while he's in the McDonald's portion or the Starbucks portion with a mask on, creating all new social media under the Walmart IP. Now, has anyone ever taken a phone into a Walmart and seen how lack of service is available?
burner phones, that there's two things that you'll take a look at when you go back. So he has one video on the van build. I can't remember if it's on his Instagram, you know, on Brian's Instagram or where it's at, right? Remember when they were building the van?
Now, this ought to be very, very easy to debunk. When we were to go to this channel or page or whatever it is, and we take a picture of the van build out, Chris, and then we go to Gabby and we go to fucking Brian, that's 4. Go to Gabby and Brian's channel and we look at their build out, right? And we're looking for inconsistencies in the build out, right?
he has a solar panel out behind the van,
Right.
and he's
They all have solar panels out behind their van, Chris. It's where they put them.
got his ear pods plugged into it. Okay? So first thought there is, okay, he's got the, knowledge, he's got the time. Does he take that with him? And is that his power source? Number one. So that keeps his calm.
That'd be very interesting. Good angle, Chris. So we're not actually even looking for Brian by face, because the whole internet has gotten it miserably wrong. Is this Brian? Is this Brian? What we're really looking for, guys, is just an individual walking around with his fucking AirPods plugged into a solar panel. It ought to be about this big, 2x2. So you're looking for a guy who's walking around with his phone plugged into a solar panel, trying to get the correct angle on the sun to keep his phone charged. Easy look. In fact, when you're from a helicopter looking down, it ought to be very easy to see the shine. See that? See the shine of that there very, very real solar panel catching very real UV rays for a very real sock puppet account that Brian Laundrie is running.
Open, to his family. The problem that the family has here is if he's dead, okay, well they're not disappointed by it.
How do you know what they are, Chris? I could reasonably say that right now, as you're speaking and I see you, there are more people disappointed with you than who you're speaking of.
Okay, they're just kind of hanging out, running to the supermarket, and the Walmart, and buying more batteries. Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and with Dog on the case too, right? Do you think?
Listen to this. Look at this guy. Dog's actually been on TV putting away thousands of people in jail, Chris, with his own physicality. Look at the smile on a guy that's never locked somebody up and they stay. Look at the smiles here. Oh boy, they are just charged. I mean, it is just visceral, the emotions going on when Dog is brought into this. I mean, Dog has made a fair jag of money actually locking people up in jail, while as this gentleman on the top right, which would be the West place in the panel, has never been on TV locking up no one and never been paid for it. In fact, he gets qualified immunity for the people he locks up incorrectly. Hoo-ah.
Do you think that him going on?
Think guy after me.
Shit, no, you wouldn't. And guess what? Brian Laundrie feels very comfortable with you behind him. He ain't worried about you at all because he knows you're over here trying to figure out some sock puppet accounts. Meanwhile, he could be crossing international boundaries and borders, you dumbass. There's number 5.
I know, right? But him coming on national TV kind of saying where he thinks he is and all that, do you think that's a bad move by giving a heads up where?
Doug, it looks like you may have fallen down. Oh, no, that's what it is. You shaved too far down on your lip, bud. You're not supposed to shave that far.
They're going ahead of time.
No. And here's the reason why with this personality. Okay. He's hunkered down.
Right.
Okay. So
he's hunkered down. I don't believe I would take anything he says as a definitive measure against what's actually going on. This man doesn't know shit. He knows less than Jay is for justice. She's picking it up and knocking it down. This dude don't know shit. This dude tunes into Justices for Jay.
What you want him to do is put his tennis shoes on.
Flush him out. Right.
You think wherever he's at, he don't have no damn shoes on. This is getting dumber and dumber by the minute.
You gotta have him move, man. And that's why all of us talk.
The reason why you can't find him, Chris, is because he's moving.
About him. And, if that Twitter account is not his, let's say it's not, hypothetically.
Right.
Okay. Right. We won't.
Oh boy, when we start getting into hypothetics with this guy, it starts to look exactly like what he thinks is going on for real.
Know until we look at him and say, dude, we got you. Okay. But everything he's doing and everything he did up to that point, okay, pointed to his behavior. Okay.
It did no such thing. This guy is sitting here trying to put a psychological analyzation on some sock puppets, and he has absolutely no baseline to even go from. Like, this guy is the worst. Like, he's just making up shit.
You look at his 2016, 2017, 2018, 28, boom, he meets Gabby. Okay? All of a sudden, you start seeing a click of his thought process. Okay? And if you follow hers, okay, she's going into this whole, drive on Pinterest, picking out wedding dresses. She's doing all of this.
We still love you, KK. Super Sport KK, love you. Yeah, Gabby and Brian dated in high school. What is he talking about? Chris has no fucking idea what he's talking about. He's making up shit as he goes. This one at least has a substance in him that makes him incapable of furthering actual facts. This one clearly has some sort of dementia or something. Trisha Fontana. I don't know, love. You tell me. Thank you, Mama. KK. Wait, where'd you go? I had someone in Intel. Where'd it go? Look at Chris's 2-minute video. He said it's bullshit. He used an unreliable service to find Brian on Twitter. Of course he did.
Transition mode for every part of her life, right?
Exactly. She's
Yeah, Josh is doing exactly what he should be doing.
planning her whole life, and this
He's waiting for somebody to put a hand up his back and start moving his mouth. But right now they're busy with the top 2 puppets.
dude is trying to figure out, okay, where do I go from here now? Because, I'm the guy from National Geographic.
Denver GG. I am smarter than CM. Yeah. Yeah, I actually am. Have you seen all the times he said I was going to get locked up? I'll wait.
Graphic walking around the world. Okay. And so, he's kind of spun out. And, we see that behavior, even to the point where the one picture that blew me away was.
Get ready, because I'll tell you, before Chris goes, let me go. Let me talk about the pictures that blew me away. And those were the pictures that Chris M. photoshopped for the Summer Wells case. Those were the pictures I want to talk about. But we're going to go ahead and let him continue on.
Chair on Valentine's Day, right? In his track there, and he's got the arrow in the middle of it. Well, we call that leakage. Pre-incident.
Yeah, Denver GG. NH Girl's dog is smarter than CM. Yep. My son is smarter, right? Like, if you touch the stove once and it's hot, you know it's hot and you don't need to touch it again, right? Sassoon, getting better. My queen is working, sir. How are you? That's the question. And you don't have to answer that here. Hunter had Chris McDonough completely baffled and had him wrapped around his little finger. All Chris done was charm and flatter him while he was lying. Facts. Straight up, Bob. Straight up.
And behavior. So if he's having, maybe a manic depressive psychosis moment or something that, he should be medicated, okay, maybe he's starting to become delusional.
Maybe he's starting to become delusional. Yes, so let's talk about why Brian Laundrie might be becoming delusional. Lack of sleep, lack of proper nutrition, exhaustion, fatigue, anemia, whatever else, right? There's a lot of reasons that Brian may be, behaving a certain way optically to us. But why is Chris M behaving the way he is, right? Like, it is like just the strangest thing, right? Like, he isn't trying to help find Brian at all. In fact, what I'm doing this morning, in my opinion, it does more to help find Brian than him focusing on Nomadic Trek. A whole lot more. Like, what he's doing is creating, it's like a pit stop, is exactly what this is. And I'm going to start calling these things, you guys know that we have woodwork players that unlock. People that come out of the woodwork and they unlock themselves and then boom, they're here, right? So this is what we're going to call NASCAR pit stop. This is when the case is roaring around the track, right, in a counterclockwise rotation, and Chris is going to grab up other creators and they're going to make official pit stops where it's still about the race, but they're focusing on tires and they're focusing on gas and they're focusing on, aerodynamics. It's not about winning the race. It's about the peripherals like tires and gas and, PSI in the tires. Like, you've lost your focus completely, old man. Completely, right? This fool wants to figure out what's in the bottom of this cup instead of owning the store that provides the cups. I don't know what else to do, y'all. I don't know what else to do. See, the stuff that he's focusing on right now is the sort of stuff that I pass off to teammates and say, hey, I don't have time to deal with this because it is not of the utmost importance in finding out anything except for quenching a curiosity of mine. Would you care to take a look at this Brian Laundrie laundry? And you delegate that sort of stuff to teammates. And you keep your eyes on their prize, sir. You pit stopping with a whole busload of teammates and taking them. You take 13,000 people out of the race every single time you make a video. Chris makes a video, it's pulled over here, and all the people pit stop over there and watch that shit for a while. And then for the next 5 days, they're pit stopped, just running their motor to the red. Meanwhile, they're looking over and it ain't even going nowhere. They're just fucking stuck. That's number 6. Also, Chris jumped at the chance to make money off of Gabby, just like he did Summer, and he knows the truth is starting to come forward about Summer, so Chris is diverting attention away from that more. You're absolutely right. He had to pick something that would keep everyone busy, right? Everyone likes to try to figure out who a troll is and try to debunk the troll and fight the troll and expose the troll. This fool is just entertaining you with the kind of work that all of you like to do. You like to try to figure out who the troll is and expose them. Chris has you doing that. And you guys are not performing well. You're performing sadly, sorely, right? I could actually jump on the computer right now. Let's do that for a minute. You want me to show you guys how much easier it is to be more helpful than this right here? I'll show you. So what you would do is you would pop this open. You would go here. You would do this. You would do that. You would wait for that to open up. Then you would scoot this over here. Then I would go here. And then I would go here. And I would go just generically. Hold on. Camp site the boundaries stayed at. Woo! Let's see. What's the name of it? What's the name of the park? Fort DeSoto. Okay. So let me go over here. Fort DeSoto Park. Here we go, guys. Hold on. Whoa! That was fast. All right. So this has already been more helpful than trying to figure out 2 sock accounts. So we know that he was in here at some point where Dog the Bounty Hunter has found him, right? You want me to be more helpful? This is all I got to do to be more helpful. Each time I click it, I'm being more helpful. Each time I click it, I'm being muy importante. There. I've done more than Chris. I've been more helpful than Chris. Oh, hold on. That felt good. Just that felt really good. Let's be helpful some more, guys. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. You hear it? It's a beat. Boy, we could be helpful all fucking day if we wanted to be. Yes, seasons. It's funny, right? Like, the more he tries, the more he tries to be helpful, the more he tries to explain this, and the more humorous we find it. We are just, hold on. Sites that help find out who owns the social media site channel. I don't know the name, but let's just look. How to research and locate. Somebody tell me the site. Stay the course, kitty. Stay the course. Oh, you want me to do it again? Hold on, kitty. Shoot, if that's all I got to do to get super chat, shit. Hold on, guys. Each time I click it, send me a super chat. Hold on, but I want to be helpful. I don't want to be unhelpful. Hold on. So we'll just move this right here. Come on, guys. Load them super chats. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. Keep it a buck. Boy, we're being helpful as shit today. He usually deletes any questions, any rude comments. Man, y'all can let him Somebody tell me the site. Oh, wait. It's all about how you word it. Right? So, how to find out who owns social media and verify. That's probably it. But it's one of these, right? Let's see. Hold on, guys. We're about to be really helpful. Just wait. Oh, that's not gonna. That's actually not going to be helpful. Oops. Oh, there's the question. Search by nicknames. Social catfish. What's social catfish? Oh, here it is. Let's do it this way. Florida. Sarasota. Right? Sarasota, right? All right, let's just see what we can pop off, man. Wouldn't it be a trip if it just gives us the same exact? Oh, it's going to make me pay. That's what it is. It's going to make me pay, but I won't. Look here, Bill M. Chris, I believe this is probably the site you used right here. Social catfish. I know it's gonna make me pay, man. So let's take a look at the chat right here. You're welcome, D. Smith. Yeah, he just doesn't even know, right? Like, it's just, you just don't, he should be medicated. Hoo-ah, hoo-ah, hoo-ah. Lizzie B. Savage. I love you, mama. Jordine North. I love you, mama. So, right. Isn't retiring mean no working? Yes. These poor kids, right? He just continues and continues and continues. Let me show you something really quick. But let me turn this off so that I can just pull up the email and not just burn this person up. So, love you, Jordine. Now he's eating kale. Okie dokie. Let's see. No, that's not it. Wait, that was on you. Good, Sassoon. Good. Just be careful with them, buddy. You already know. I'm replying to your email. Let's see. Somebody. Trying to find it now. They may have. They unsent it. So I have someone that's been messaging me that has a friend. Has a friend that was Had a friend that was victimized by Chris M in the worst way. And actually this person had like people coming to their house and doing all kinds of just scary, creepy stuff around their house. So they've actually filed a lawsuit against Chris M. And in fact, I've been made aware that I don't want to say several, but there are a few. Cash App Gang, who hit the Cash App Gang? Who hit the Cash App Gang? I know it's Melly Mel. Who is it? Melly Mel. I love you, Melly. Melly Mel with the Cash App Gang, y'all. God is good. Jan with the Cash App Gang. Boop, boop. Thank you, love. I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate all of y'all. It's just no way, guys, that we're ever going to beat this thing. We're never going to whip the internet. So what we have to do is we have to find our niches, guys. We have to find our niche where we can operate and not let the things that these people do affect us personally. One of the ways that I plan on doing it is I plan on running from the other creators in terms of the cases that I deal with, right? I will, oh yeah, he's annihilated. I would tell you that Chris M and the things that he's done could be contributing factors to the reason why, first of all, Barry Morphew ever even got locked up. And second, the reason he made a bond, right? Like the man made a bond. I mean, we knew he'd make a bond. He got a bond. They gave him a bond. In Podunk, Colorado jail, they gave him a bond. I would say that means that case is like this. Man, gotta stop. Stop with all that, man. That being said, gonna go ahead and play this on the way out. You guys feel free to see yourselves to the door. I love all of you guys individually. Please, let's all find that niche in the internet where we don't even have to look at these fools. I don't know why that wasn't an epiphany of mine way before now, right? Like, I know that the believers and the teammates I have here in you folks, you're going to go on the other cases with me. You're going to be helpful over there, right? In the way that we just stay out of the way. Like, let all of the bottom feeders and toe biters take them big cases. We'll stay on these cases, and we'll make these indigenous women type cases. We'll make these high profile. That's what we'll do. That's what I want to do. Take the real missing. When I say the real, I mean not that any of these others aren't real, but I mean the real marginalized, the missing, the missing that no one's looking for. Okay? That being said, I love all of you guys. I have special love for the people now that I had a special disdain for. It's so uncanny the way that your heart can turn you that quickly, right? I woke up the other day, my son was sick, and now all of a sudden the things that happen here, they don't affect me like they used to, right? I find you guys just saw me react to a whole Chris M video, and I tried to keep it comedic, right? I didn't get off in my feelings. The police ain't here. I didn't holler and scream, and I didn't have to call anybody off of their name. So God is good, right? So I'm just going to let this play out, guys, and you can feel free to show yourselves to the door. I'll probably be back on later on today, doing my thug thizzle. So
you know, catch that. So, yeah, if you're still here when this is over with, then I'll give you a proper send off. Chris M, this song's for you, baby.
On live stream, I will put up 10 grand or the equivalent. I do. I have swastikas on my calf muscle.
Not only that, he refers to his gay and lesbian followers.
Let's go. You guys are losing here. You guys are losing here. Benny, you guys are losing here. I got 10 grand. Hold on. You shut your hey. Shut your hey.
You got swastikas on your calf muscles, bro. Show 'em.
Okay.
Show. All right, show the other one. Exactly. Yeah, 88. That means Hail Hitler.
Well, I just showed everything.
88 means Hail Hitler. Hey. Hey. Yeah, 88. 88. Hail Hitler.
On live stream, I will put up 10 grand or the equivalent. I do. I have swastikas on my calf muscle.
Not only that, he refers to his gay and lesbian followers.
Let's go. You guys are losing here. You guys are losing here. Benny, you guys are losing here. I got 10 grand. Hold on. You shut your hey. Shut your hey.
You got swastikas on your calf muscles, bro. Show 'em.
Okay.
Show. All right, show the other one.
Show to all the good people out there this morning. Just spread love and not hate, right? Don't ever get caught doing this sort of stuff right here, guys. Straight up. Just don't get caught doing it. It's just a terrible look. And until then, when I see you again, y'all, just stay the course. Sorry if I spit on you.